There are literally thousands of success books available, so why should the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People be any different? Welcome to the Peak Performance Channel, the place where you come to be inspired to create a more prosperous future. The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People takes an inside-out approach, emphasizing character over personality. This book has impacted the lives of millions of people. It is one of the most well-known success books available. So keep on watching as I reveal these 7 habits by Stephen Covey and swiftly walk your way to a successful life. But before we go any further, make sure you hit that like button, smash the subscribe button, and turn on notifications so that you won't miss a single video. Also, be sure to watch our other videos. Let's jump into the 7 habits. Habit 1. Be proactive. There are some things that are outside of your control, like the weather, politics, what people think about you, the economy, and other people's opinions. These are called the circle of concern. On the other hand, there's a circle of influence, which is everything that you can control. These include your attitude, what skills you learn, your enthusiasm, how you spend your free time and who you spend it with, your habits and hobbies, and so on. That being said, there are 2 ways to live your life: reactive or proactive. Reactive people whine about things they have no control over. Proactive people understand that their choices, not their situations, determine their lives. People that are proactive do not complain about things they cannot change. So don't worry about things you can't change. Concentrate on what you have control over. Take responsibility. Habit 2. Begin with the end in mind. Everything is created twice. Once in your mind and another in the real world. Let's start with how it's created in the mind. You'll need a map to get where you want to go in life. You must first define your life goals as well as a plan for achieving them. Otherwise, you're just stumbling blindly through life. Many people lack a vision or the right vision for their lives. They don't have a personal mission statement as defined by Stephen Covey. You must make a conscious effort to achieve your goals, or else others will control your life and where you end up. This is why this is such an important habit. You must first determine your destination before starting to move on it. If you're not really clear on what your purpose is, then think about the end of your life. How do you want to be remembered? Find your purpose and make sure there's a strong why behind it. Habit 3. Put first things first. Habit 3, prioritizing, is where you take the steps and actions possible to make your vision a reality. Habit 2 says you are the programmer. Habit 3, write the program. This is where we begin examining our daily routine and habits. Consider, what is the most important thing to you right now? Isn't it probably to be someone close to you? It's not going on Facebook or Instagram, so why do we waste so much time on these meaningless things? We must develop the habit of prioritizing our goals. On their deathbed, no one wishes they had spent more time at work or checked Facebook more often, right? So, once again, concentrate on what matters to you and make it a priority. Make a commitment to it. The next 3 habits move you from being independent to being interdependent. Interdependence is the highest level of what Stephen Covey calls the maturity continuum. The maturity continuum consists of 3 levels: dependence, independence, and interdependence. Habits 4 to 6 will help you deal with people, how to read their needs, how to empathize, and how to cooperate with them. Habit 4. Think win-win. There are 6 types of personal and business relationships: lose-win and win-lose. Win-lose and lose-win. You must lose in order for me to win. This is a bad attitude to have, but people have it because of a scarcity mentality. There is also the lose-lose relationship, which of course is no good for anybody. For example, a friend of yours just divorced and was about to retire from the service. Instead of retiring and receiving a pension, half of which his wife would get, he got out at 19 years and got no pension. In this case, they both lost out. Then there's a win. This isn't even close to being a relationship. You are simply getting what you want without providing value to anyone else. Then there's no deal. This one is pretty much neutral. If you can't come to a deal where you both benefit, then there's no deal. Finally, the finest kind of relationship is a win-win situation. We want to search for mutual benefit and have the mindset that there is plenty out there. There is abundance. We can share knowledge, gain, and profit. We don't need to crush each other. We can work together instead. Habit 5. Seek first to understand, then to be understood. Stephen and his son are having a conversation, and Stephen is having trouble communicating with his son about an issue they're having. He then seeks advice from a friend. He tells the friend, "I just can't understand my son sometimes. He won't listen to me." The friend says, "Hold on, let me get this straight. You can't understand your son because he won't listen to you? I thought to understand someone, you have to listen to them." Isn't that a fantastic point? We must listen to someone in order to understand them, not the other way around. It's common sense, really, but most of the time this is how our relationships play out. The majority of people do not listen with the intention of understanding. We are listening with the intention of responding. Before you judge, before you take action, before you contribute, just listen. Habit 6. Synergy. The idea is that different people will bring different perspectives, ideas, and strengths to the table. We should celebrate these differences rather than simply tolerating or accepting them. These distinctions should be valued. The human body is one such example. There are many separate components that are wonderful in and of itself, but when all of the parts are put together, they make something incredible. Habit 7. Sharpen the saw. Assume you come across a man attempting to cut a tree with a dull saw. You say, "Why don't you sharpen that thing? It's going to take you 6 hours at this rate." "I don't have time to sharpen it. I need to cut down this tree," he says. You explain that if you spent 1 hour sharpening the saw, cutting down the tree would only take 3 hours. This example can be applied to many aspects of our lives. We are the instruments, and we must sharpen 4 areas on a regular basis. These areas fall into Quadrant 2 activities. Physical. Determine its importance. You may exercise now and feel better, or you can pay for it later when you're in the hospital with physical issues that you could have prevented. Spirituality. Consider who you are. What am I? Think, pray, and meditate. Make contact with music and art. Cognitive health. Continuously explore, learn, teach others, expand, and educate yourself. Social health. Relationships. Make an effort to spend time with friends and family. Improve your relationships. Make these 7 habits a part of your daily routine. Try to live them rather than just understand them intellectually. You will encounter difficulties along the way, and you will have to retreat a few times, but this is important. You'll be ripped down by old habits, but don't give up. Continue to push yourself to new heights and levels of effectiveness. Be open to self-discovery and keep an open mind as you grow. Thank you for being all ears throughout the entire video. If you'd like to learn more about the nature of this business, subscribe now and click on the notification bell to be updated with my latest uploads. To create is effort. To copy is genius. Albert Einstein. Remember, if you want to change your life, let's make a change together. You need to make a change.